Welcome back to Garage Matters. Now, a couple of months ago, I did an 8 series speaker review on these speakers, testing them on the Celica GT4. Now, I did have someone comment in that video, what speaker would I recommend for a Chevy Silverado 2500? So that's what this video is going to be all about. I'm going to be playing multiple genres on this factory head unit and factory sound system to let you guys know what the factory sound system sounds like. And then when I have enough time, I'm going to incorporate all these speakers into this truck to let you guys see how this truck sounds like with these speakers. Now, these are 8 speakers right here. I think there's 9 total right now, but I'm going to be adding more speakers to this collection right here because I want to try out other speakers as well. So I'm going to be adding more speakers throughout this test to give you guys the best audio experience as far as what speaker is going to be best for your truck. Now let's hop inside this truck and see what's going on. Now this is a 2500 HD. It only has 6 factory speakers. Now here in the rear doors, down here, these are 6.5s down here. You got one right here and one over there. And then for the front seats, you've got one right here and one over there, down there. And then up here you have 2 little ones up here. So I think these are probably 3 or 3.5s or maybe 2.5s up here. I don't know yet, but I'll figure it out later and let you guys know. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at this factory infotainment center. Alright, so let's go ahead and come into the sound and see what this provides us. So as far as EQ, this only provides us bass, mid-range, and treble. So for this bass line, I'm going to turn the bass all the way up, the treble all the way up, and then the fader balance, I'm just going to leave it in the center because I have 2 microphones. I'm actually wearing one right now, and then I have one back there as well. So I have 2 microphones in here that will capture the audio inside of this cab. Now this cab is so much bigger than my Celica down there, so obviously it's going to need a little bit more power to fill up the space in here. But I'm kind of curious on what it sounds like, and I have been messing with it earlier, and to my surprise, the bass is pretty good for a factory system. Let me show you guys.
Everything I said I do, head down and up my leverage. Learn my lesson, tight as circles, clean up who I'm messing. One day at a time, taking this shit one day at a time. You out of your mind, thinking that this is awful. I've been at the crib going overtime, I wrote a line and coincide. But anybody trying to go for mine was almost trying to cope with causing overdose and thoughts of suicide, provoking go.
Alright, so I'm not sure if y'all are able to tell now, but the whole side mirrors were vibrating. So this sound system straight from the factory with the factory speakers is loud enough to shake the side mirrors. So I'm not sure what anyone's complaining about, but I think for a brand new vehicle, this sound system is the way to go until you get tired of these speakers and then you start swapping them out. But that's what this video is for. Now before we start playing the music, I just want to turn this volume back down to, we're going to leave it right where the letter E starts, just because there's no numbers to reference. But we'll go ahead and get some music started.
I couldn't wait to move, I had so much to do. So I could do I couldn't wait to move, I had so much to prove. It was all I could do to get away. But now that I'm here, I'm filled with fear. In the mirror when I look at my face, I couldn't wait to move, I had so much to prove. It was all I could do to get away. And now that I'm here, I'm filled with fear. In the mirror when I look at my face, all I see is an empty heart and broken dreams.
My man's been working so hard lately. Wants to give me so much more than I could ever dream. But just to hold him close is such a luxury. I have his heart and that's enough for me. His words, they're honest, his hands steady. Never had someone who loved me oh so tenderly. Now when I think of him, I see my family.
in control of it now. When societal norms pressure my peers, I continued holding my ground. Laughable goals, heavy hitting in advice that they give. That's just how it goes, I'm staying on goal. Monopolize a set of skills and chase it whenever I roll. Never rolling over, only one in the back to the women who get to know me on the surface. Deeper questions won't buy the time that she need with me. That shit is not up for purchase. I told my circle I jackpotted, now I gotta set the example. Luckily my catalog rivals any poppin' artist. Hot with the best that I gamble. 777s every time. How the fuck is it a hit every time? Okay, hold up. This nigga working like he off a ketamine high. Disassociated from all the legions. Had to zero in on the process. Cause I'm in this shit for the long jab. Making use of the omens that God sends. You know? One day at a time. Taking this shit one day at a time. You out of your mind. Thinking that this is all for nothing. One day at a time. Taking this shit one day at a time. Came from behind the underdog. It's far from done with. Everything I said I do. Head down and up my leverage. Learn my lesson. Tightest circles. Clean up who I'm messing. One day at a time. Taking this shit one day at a time. You out of your mind. Thinking that this is all for.
I've been in the crib going overtime. I wrote a line and coincide. But anybody trying to go for mine was home. Was trying to cope with cousins. Overdosing. Thoughts of suicide. Provoking guns in and out the home. And doing things I ain't proud of posting. Dropped out, did a lot of motion. Dropped out, never stopped the motion. Dropped out, then I dropped the bullshit. I just had a threesome last night. Black chick, white chick. Both of them stuck in a pot of stuff. You down to fuck with what? Cause up is down and down is up. Now I'm going down for what? I just turned down 6 figures, no deal. Now I'm going to my own time. I remember all the cold times. I remember all the fuck. I've been doing this a long time. And it's go time till it's over. I ain't trying to die when I'm sober. I ain't trying to die when I'm older. I love myself, yeah I love myself. And I promise if I could then I would fuck myself. Can't put somebody else above myself. Why trust you when I trust myself? Trying to claim shit that you did for me, dog. Fuck that, everything I done done myself.
One day at a time, taking this shit one day at a time. You out of your mind, thinking that this is all for nothing. One day at a time, taking this shit one day at a time. Came from behind the underdog, it's far from done with. Everything I said I do, head down and up my leverage. Learn my lesson, tightest circles, clean up who I'm messing. One day at a time, taking this shit one day at a time. You out of your mind, thinking that this is all for.
Alright, now that's a big truck. Now, that was pretty much the baseline audio testing for this truck right here. And overall, I did think that everything was really good as far as the sound quality that this factory system was able to produce. Now, I will put a link in the description below for all of these speakers right here that I've already tested on the Celica GT4. And I will be putting those speakers inside of this truck to let you guys see how it sounds like in this truck. Now that might be a while because I'm working on my other project. I got my other truck that I've already swapped this out on. This is a aftermarket head unit down here, but this piece is broken, so I'm gonna be working on that this weekend, replacing this whole entire trim piece. But give me a couple of weeks and I will get these speakers installed on this truck. Make sure you join us next time on Garage Matters, and remember to hit that like and subscribe button.